1 year after this double homicide here in downtown Greenville, things look relatively normal. They actually look the same before the shooting even took place. The glass that was once riddled with bullets is now back to normal. But the one thing that is a constant reminder to us, as graphic as it may be, this blood stain. This tells the tale of what happened the night that Landon Blackley and Andrew Kirby lost their lives here. And the suspect in the case, James Richardson, remains jailed under a $1 million bond. To this day, he maintains his innocence. Dave? Natalie, this afternoon, 19-year-old Ernest Rode remains in the Pitt County Detention Center under a $100,000 bond after the shooting that took place here last night. Now, officers say gunshots rang out just after 9 o'clock here in the area of West 5th Street. I spoke to the owner here of the King's Convenience Mart. He tells me that what happened was that Rode was actually walking down here along this road, firing shots up into the air when he was taunted by a few people that he wouldn't actually fire that gun. So he lowered his gun, and that's when he started firing. And that is when he hit the victim, Ronald Franklin, in the shoulder. Franklin was taken to Pitt County Memorial Hospital. No word on his condition, but we're told that the injuries are non-life threatening. We'll have more tonight at 6. Natalie. Hey Dave, I'm here at the largest air show of the Carolinas, and people are already starting to pour in. Maybe it's because of this absolutely gorgeous weather we're having. Maybe it's because the Blue Angels are going to be performing, or maybe it's because after this year, this air show is going to go on a biannual schedule. Regardless, people are really coming out here, and you know, it takes a lot of planning to get this intact, and one of the people who does that planning is Lieutenant Colonel Dan Creighton. Tell me a little bit about what it feels like to be planning for an entire year to put this on and then finally see it come to fruition. At this particular precinct, which is actually the largest in Greenville, as of this afternoon, they've already had about 300 voters. And I can tell you just within the past 20 minutes, I've seen dozens more coming through the door. So I'm sure that number is just going to go through the roof. Now, if you compare that to the last primary without a presidential election in 2006, where there were only a total of actually 244 voters that came to this particular precinct. Taking a look at the bigger picture of this year's primary in Pitt County, and again, voting officials say things have been very good. Just like this precinct, overall numbers from Pitt County turnout have surpassed 2006 primary numbers. And there are really so many different unique stories of how children ended up in the Children's Hospital here in Greenville. And one of these miracle children, and actually she's a miracle adult now, but her name is Catherine Kaczynski, and she was in a sledding accident, and she has a very unique story to tell, and here it is.